2. Alright, welcome back. I'm back in this bitch. I'm Akira. We're with Xandire. And we are continuing Fenrir's story. Chapter 2. Yes, absolutely. Alright. In our previous story, we stated how Fenrir had just encountered the two supers, Stone Midas and Madame Huntress, yes. And we're going to continue with their encounter. And how he also had pretty much in one attack incapacitated Madame Huntress with the swipe of his claws. And a lot of other people. We're yeah. A lot of people have died already, and it is showing that his capability. Oh, would you like one? And his capabilities are very formidable. He's a very formidable foe. So far, no resistance. Yeah. Oh, yeah. At least 1,000,000% has that dog in him. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Like we said though, in the last article, he had went on a slight killing spree. He had lapped up blood, increasing his intelligence, and have finally encountered two formidable foes, which he first, before attacking, watched to see what they were capable of, and is now have incapacitated Madame Huntress. Stone Midas's mind raced. The ticking seconds echoed from death in his head. With each passing moment, the gravity of the situation bore down on him like a mountain. He was no stranger to high-stakes scenarios, but this was different. Fenrir was different. An apex predator in a world of prey. Despite his stone-hard skin, a chill ran through his veins. The glimmer of hope, once guiding a beacon, was now dwindling into a flicker. Simultaneously, Fenrir's predatory glance remained locked on Stone Midas. His beastly mind was in a whirlwind of calculations, quickly decising the man's potential capabilities. His eyes took note of the foam spray gadget that he was wielding. The wolf within him sneered at the simple tool, but his human intellect cautioned him about its potential use. As Stone Midas fought to keep Fenrir at bay with the foam, he thought about his own survival, his gear, his training. But all of it seemed insignificant in front of the monstrosity that was Fenrir. Regardless, he persevered, buying as much time as he could. The foam spray spewed forth from his gadget, thick and fast. Oh wow. Alright, continuing makeshift barriers between him and the advancing beast. Across the street, Madame Huntress, her leg throbbing in pain, reached for an ice tourniquet in her gear. Her strength, depriving from the bloodline of thousands of ancestors, fought against the waves of pain. There was no room for self-pity, no time for weakness. With gritting teeth, she applied the tourniquet to her wound, buying herself some precious time. Despite the dread gnawing at the pit of his stomach, Stone Midas plunged into action. His mind had begun working out strategies, a final play that might give him a fighting chance. Like an architect, he visualized the layout, using the foam spray gadget to construct a roofed barrier in Fenrir's path. It was a gamble, but a necessary one. He was essentially creating a labyrinth or a a claustrophobic maze designed to funnel Fenrir towards him. So pretty much during this time, he's leaving one opening directly at him, but completely making a maze around Fenrir. Um, gotta find where I was. Oh, Stone Midas used every bit of his wit to keep Fenrir guessing, navigating the evolving maze with the fluidity of a veteran strategist. Occasionally, he would pivot, attempting to catch Fenrir off guard with a direct spray from the rapidly hardening foam. The aim was clear: restrict Fenrir's movement to land a decisive hit. Across the street, Madame Huntress was waging a battle of her own. She was no stranger to pain, but this was a sensation she hadn't experienced in a long time. Her vision blurred, and a nauseating wave of pain threatened to pull her under. But this was not the time for submission. Drawing upon the strength of her ancestors, she forced herself to her feet. The strength, the strength of the countless ancestors surging within her filled her with the vitality that muted the pain. She tapped into her lineage reserves of power, the genetic memory of survival against all odds, a raw, primal energy flowing through her veins, pretty much stroking her flames of determination. She looked up, her gaze focused and unyielding, a charge back from the fray, ready to stand side by side with Stone Midas against the looming threat that was Fenrir. With a primal roar that resonated through the chaos, Madame Huntress, bolstering her strength of her ancestors, sprang into action. Her pain was nothing more than a distant echo, as she used the city's concrete jungle as her hunting ground. Her moments were fluid, a symphony of power and agility that even the fiercest of predators could envy. Meanwhile, Stone Midas was a picture of stoic determination. His strategic mind working overtime, he continued to spray the dense foam across the street, molding it into towering barriers that sprawled around Fenrir, guiding him towards the unavoidable trap. He was creating a maze, a labyrinth with one exit towards him. During this scene, pretty much, um, excuse me, Madame Huntress finally gets back up to her feet, fueled by her ancestors. She's almost using like her trump card. She's putting all of her power into, it, and she's tapping into as much ancestors as possible. She can't heal through this damage, but she can block out the pain. And that's what she's tapping into. She's tapping into the raw primal instinct of she has to keep going. So it's literally blocked out the pain, but she is still in a lot of trouble. But with them together, Stone Midas and Madame Huntress are used to flying. He's of course creating towers to protect her against Fenrir's slight attacks, but at the same time, Fenrir isn't moving too much. He's moving to avoid staying out of the ensnaring maze, but not moving to threaten Madame Huntress again. Madame Huntress is at the same time trying to push him into the maze by making him follow her or by trying to get close, but Stone Midas is also putting up barriers and stuff to keep them between each other. With the primal roar, I think we did that one. Yes, the dance of death was underway. Madame Huntress, like a streak of lightning, closed in on Fenrir. She was everywhere at once, a blur of movement that confused the infatuation of the beast. Her attacks, backed by the inhuman strength she wielded, were relentless. They served to distract Fenrir, to keep him within the spiraling cage Stone Midas was carefully crafting. All the while, Stone Midas focused on maintaining the foam's trajectory. Encapsulating Fenrir into the maze and trying to shoot foam directly at the monstrous beast whenever an opportunity presented itself. It was a risky gamble. Oh. Damn, I now have 2 fucking viewers. Uh but my brother he needs us outside, I guess. I guess. Odi oxen free. Yeah, we're back, people. Hello? You speak, Alex? Yeah, alright, bet. Alright. Whoa. Audio input headphones. Yeah. Alright. So, where was I? With a primal roar through the chaos, she blistered the other dance to death. All the while, oh, yeah? Oh, here, let me pause my stream. Alright. Well, I guess I'll be back. I'm gonna have to do a 2-part stream.